What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video I have a really cool product that I think you guys are gonna like. AUTEL recently messaged me and asked me if I wanted to try out their product, and once I looked at the reviews and their product, I agreed to it because it looks like something that I could use here around the garage, and I know you guys can also use it, so that's why I'm making this video. So this is the MaxLink ML629. So I got a little excited and I started unboxing this. But this is a professional scan tool that reads engine, transmission, and ABS and SRS codes. You can even erase them. You could do a bunch of stuff with this thing. And it's actually pretty affordable. So we got the instructions right here, the user manual, and it also comes with this convenient little bag, little pouch that you could put it inside, which I think is super cool because I know if I had this, I wouldn't want to be carrying this little thing around, getting it scratched, and just kind of tossing it in the cars and stuff like that. So I think this is really cool, the fact that you could slip it in here, close it up, and then it has a little handle and just carry it in the back of your car, just handy, or in your garage. I'm going to be giving this company an honest review because I don't want to be telling you guys, oh, this thing works great, when it really doesn't. So I'm going to put it to the test and see if it actually works as good as they say it does. So in the pouch right here, we have the needed wires. I forgot to mention, but this mainly works on 96 and newer cars. Anything below 95, this will not work for you. But the cool thing about this is that it works with most makes and models. I know there's a lot of these scan tools that only work on American cars, Japanese cars, foreign cars, and things like that. This one works on pretty much every car you can think of. So in my instance, it's perfect for me because it will work on my Nissans, it'll work on my Lexus, it'll work on my Chevys over there, you guys can't see, but it works for any car that I have that's 96 and newer. It also comes with this cable that you can hook up to your PC and print out your things that you need, your diagnostics, and all that good stuff. I'm going to be testing the scan tool on my Lexus. This is a 2003 Lexus IS300. So right here on the driver's side, under your footwell compartment, you'll see a little port. Take that off. Plug in. There you go. Now for the other side of the cable, you want to plug it into the top of the scan tool. Like so. Thread these in. You can see it start up, get power right there. Now you want to turn the key to the on position where you see all the lights on the dash. Okay, so now you want to type in the car that you're doing this on. So you want to hit scan. This is an Asian car. You want to look for Lexus. There it is. So right here you can see it already knows about your car. It's an IS300. It has a 2JZGE and the model code JCE. Now we're going to hit OK. We want to check the engine and the transmission. We want to read codes. Now that the scanner read the car, it says system passed, no fault codes detected, which is what I expected because this car has no check engine light, it has nothing bad with it, it's all good. So now I'm just going to unplug something and see if it reads it. Alrighty, so I unplugged something in the engine bay. Now we're going to see what it is I unplugged, if the scanner tool even reads it. Alright, so we're going to do an engine once again and transmission. We're going to say read codes. And there we go. It says camshaft position actuator circuit bank 1. The code is P00110. So now we know what's wrong. We could take this to the shop and pretty much tell them, yo, this is what's going on, and they'll know exactly what parts to give you. Or you can see right there, it tells you for yourself, which is pretty unique, pretty cool, I think. All right, guys, so you can see I plugged it back in. Car is now running, and now there is a check engine light. That's part of the check engine light, so the check engine light will turn on and that will flash. The car is running perfectly fine, it's idling, but now we're going to check the codes. So we're going to read the codes, and now it's still showing the same exact codes that were on there even though the car is running, and that's because now we need to erase these. So we're going to go back, we're going to go to erase codes. It's telling you ignition on, but engine is off. So we're going to turn the car off, but the ignition is still on. And there you go. It says system pass, no fault codes detected. Now we're going to turn on the car and see if there's a check engine light. Nope, no check engine light. It's just the seatbelt. But the check engine light is up here, and down here there's a flashing light, and there's nothing going on right now. Now we're back to the main menu, and we're going to go to the OBD2 EOBD. It's going to hook up to the car. It might take a little bit. So right here what it's saying is that there was codes, but they're recently erased, which is the codes that I recently put on it by unplugging that one sensor and putting it back in and erasing the code. So now it's telling me. So for example, if you were to buy a used car and someone just kind of quickly erased the code just so it wouldn't come back for a day or two, it would tell you right there, and you'd be able to know that something's up and it's fishy. Right there, you guys just saw I erased one of my codes. Now if you were to, by accident, you were washing your engine bay and you unplug that sensor, the light would come on. You plug it back in, the car would run perfect, but the light would still be there. And if, in order to get rid of that, you would have to take it to the dealership, and they would charge you a lot of money just to erase that code. Now right here, you can see for a cheaper price, you could buy the whole entire thing and erase your own codes, diagnose your own car by yourself, do it in your driveway, do it at home, and not have to rely on someone else to be working on your car and checking your things and charging you a bunch of money that you could just spend on this. Now this is a big example as to why you guys want to buy this scan tool. Actually, let me give you guys two examples. So I'm currently in my hard body, my drift field. This is a 97, so it is OBD2. And since I didn't have a scan tool at the time, and the knowledge, I should say, I didn't know about this, and I bought the truck. And for me, it wasn't that big of a deal because I was gonna rip all the emission stuff out of the truck. But if this was my daily, like the second example I'm gonna give you guys, this is a really important thing to look for. So I know there's a lot of you guys who are young and you guys want to buy cars and you go look at cars, especially used cars, and you see there's no check engine light, so you're like, sweet, this thing is good, we're all good to go. So when you turn the key, the check engine light should come on, meaning it works. All the lights should pop up saying that they work. So for example, I don't have the keys because the truck has no battery right now. But if I were to turn the key to the on position, the check engine light should pop up somewhere up here or down here, I forgot where it's at. But the check engine light should pop up, the airbag light, the bunch, you know, all the lights should pop on. But what you guys want to mainly check is the check engine light. If the check engine light doesn't pop up, that means someone either unplugged it or it's out, so it's not going to be reading any codes. So when you turn the car on, there could be codes in the computer, but you won't be able to tell because the check engine light will never turn on. Now that's what happened to me in this truck. When I went to go look at it, I turned the key all the way on. I checked, I was like, oh, there's no check engine light on. The truck is running. This is perfect. Once I got home, I figured out that the truck had a bunch of codes, a bunch of emission stuff on this truck fails. So that's why it's not registered and it's not insured and it's not drivable on the streets because of that reason. But what I'm thinking happened is the previous owner or someone who owned this truck before me unplugged that light just so someone like me that didn't know would come up to it and say, oh, no check engine light, this thing is perfect. And you know, that's what I think on this truck. Now on this car, when I went to go buy it, I already knew about that. So I went and I checked and there was no check engine light popping up. So I was like, okay, something's not right here. I didn't have a scan tool at the time, but if I did, I would have plugged it in. It would have told me exactly what was wrong with the car. Luckily, there was nothing wrong with this car. Just the light bulb is out, and that's another reason why it could not, you know, turn on. What I'm trying to say is when you guys look at used cars, make sure that when you turn the car to the on position, when the car isn't running, the check engine light should turn on, meaning that the light works. And then you can turn the car on, and then you can see if the light turns on or if it turns off. It should turn off. But if you guys have this scan tool, you can, you know, not even have to worry about that. Just plug it in. It'll tell you exactly what's wrong with the car, and it's pretty useful because me growing up, I never knew about that. I never cared. I was like, as long as the car starts and drives, that's all I care about. But there's a lot more to it. So if you buy this tool, it could save you a lot of trouble, and I highly recommend it just for that reason, especially buying used cars. Because when you buy a new car, there's usually nothing wrong with them. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But when there's a used car, most of the time there's something wrong with them because they've been used by other people, and you never know how that person's treated the car. So that's why I would highly recommend this. Like I said, I will have this in the link down below. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. And if you guys want to see more in depth on the actual scan tool, I will be making another video if you guys are interested in that. But like I said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.